Watch closely. It's subtle, until it's not.
So we just found a little kid's backpack, like a kid-sized backpack.
This one started as a simple land survey until they found bones, a slashed backpack, and a child's shoe buried in the dirt. And in another, nothing happened at first, until shadows moved, making the blood run cold. And once you see what they captured, you might think twice before walking alone, or even staying home alone. These are the most unsettling real-life encounters ever caught on camera, and they're impossible to forget. Number 5. The quarry was empty, but something was pumping.
She could have just avoided it, but no, she goes right through it. People have said that it's a very unusual and cool looking place to go for a wild swim. You know me, right? If there's a very weird or cool or beautiful place for me to take a dip, I'm gonna do it. I've brought this.
It began like any dreamy Dartmoor vlog. Gray skies, coffee in hand, and boots hitting soggy grass. Eleanor had been craving a peaceful hike followed by a cold, wild swim. According to her All Trails app, there was an old quarry nearby. Long forgotten, but supposedly stunning. Locals said it was eerie, beautiful, and perfect for a solo dip. That's all she needed to hear.
Yeah, it's over there. I'm literally like sat in so much animal poo right now. I'm missing it by like that much. This is really deep, boggy grass. I was sunk down to my knees just now. I was like, whoa, I'm getting closer though. Oh, that is very sweet. F-A-W-H?
Her camera caught the usual. Jokes about sheep, soggy boots in ankle-deep bogs, and a stunning reveal of the quarry itself. Hidden like a secret carved into the land, it looks straight out of a fantasy game. Crumbling mining ruins framed still, dark water. Even Eleanor paused, awed by the find. Alone but content, she stripped down behind a boulder and stepped into the pool. It was chilly but calm, too calm.
I don't know if someone's wild camping and pumping up something, because that's what I can hear. It sounds like that. Either that or it's extremely loud, heavy panting. God, I hope it's someone wild camping. Anyway, Dartmoor is like a military training base. They do a lot of training around here basically, so I had to check the times for when they were doing that. There's various areas on Dartmoor where you can wild camp, and this falls under one of the legal.
Then came the noise. Not a bird, not the wind. A steady, rhythmic sound rising from the woods above. Mechanical, wheezing, like something inflating or panting. Loud, deliberate, and constant. Eleanor froze. Her first thought was another wild camper. Maybe someone is setting up a mattress, but the place was empty. No tents, no fires, no movement. Just that terrible pumping noise echoing from the cliffs.
Areas you can do it. Yeah, it was coming from up there. It is pretty eerie when you're on your own. Oh my God, oh God. I can still stand up. It's getting very cold. I think it's time I get out. I'm making it my goal this summer to find as many cool places to wild swim as I possibly can. So I'm going to count them up and see how many I can check off. A lot of cool hikes I want to do as well. I think that if I can find some really nice campsites or like places like this to wild camp in this summer, I can do like a lot more vehicle camps and tent camps, wild camps. It's going to be really, really nice.
She pushed it aside, swam anyway, climbed rocks, and smiled for the camera. But the sound followed her. Even as she changed, her towel slipping in the cold, it returned, lower this time, but closer. Like it was circling the quarry's edge. Her voice changed. There was nervous laughter, checking over her shoulder more frequently. When she finally left the water, she kept looking back. Just
starting to get very chilly and quite dark actually. That was a bit risky than getting undressed and then dressed, trying to keep my towel around me. I did keep hearing that noise, so I don't know what it was. It could have been an animal. Typical YouTube video. Oh, I went somewhere really strange and there was someone watching me. Until actually, you know, that happens and then I'm screwed because I have to put that video up. I don't know if I can get down here. Oh no, I can. Where's the car park? It's in the distance over there. No, how do I get down? Oh my God, I didn't even know that was there. Where the hell is the car? It's beautiful. I did bring this. But oh God. Ah! Oh, whoa. I just put my foot in.
On the way to the car, the feeling grew worse. The way back had become a maze, soggy marshland, sharp reeds, and rocks she couldn't remember climbing over. Something had shifted. Her voice cracked slightly as she muttered, "Where's the car? Where did I come in?" That constant paranoia, that prickle at the back of the neck, it wasn't leaving her alone. Later that night, parked safely in her dad's driveway, Eleanor couldn't shake the unease.
Places on Dartmoor, yes, it does feel a little bit eerie. And I don't know if it's because I was completely alone. Like, a part of me wishes I had someone with me so that I could ask them how they felt about it. But then again, I might not have got the same experience because, you know, when you're on your own, you're not distracted, you're just you there in the environment in the present moment. I do like to think there's an explanation for a lot of these things, but I'll be honest, that place was eerie as hell. And I don't know if it's because of the noises I heard or just the overall vibe itself, but even more so than the place where I actually swam, this place is where I felt it.
And when she was giving her experience of this trip in the back of her car, a sudden realization hit her. This wasn't the first place that made her feel watched. Years ago, she visited another quarry, Kennel Vale, also abandoned, also once a mining site. It too had its ghosts, real ones possibly. That site had suffered deadly explosions, a past buried in tragedy. The same sensation had hit her there, eyes watching, waiting. And last night, in that silent Dartmoor quarry, the same thing returned.
It was like, I don't want to be here. What I do find fascinating as well is that, and I've just realized, is that both that quarry and Kennel Vale were mining places. Kennel Vale actually had multiple explosions over the years, which led to a lot of deaths. That's why that place is known to be haunted. Something was off. That was a stronger feeling more than any haunted hotel that I've been in, more than any haunted place that I've explored. All my hairs on my arms were stood up.
She wanted to believe it was all in her head, some mix of solitude and shadows. But there were no other campers, no machines, no one to explain the dragging sound, the phantom breath, the dreadful stillness. She said it outright. That place was haunted, and worse, it knew she was there. Number 4. A creepy discovery on undeveloped land. Coins, a child's shoe, and mysterious bones.
Yeah, and we happened to come across some weird stuff. Like we found a little kid's shoe.
Well, first we found some pesos, or Coin found some pesos.
I was walking and found 2 pesos. Like just one, like...
You might know Coin and Jen from their channel, Wiggins Wild World, where they document the raw, unpredictable journey of developing 20 untouched acres of desert land near the US-Mexico border. Most days, it's brush clearing, boundary marking, and building from the ground up. But this time, things got unsettling, fast.
We're out here today on the property, trying to find the last corner marking of the first 5-acre parcel we're going to develop. And we're doing it by sight because it's kind of fun. Getting to not hide and seek, but kind of hunt for something.
They headed out to locate the last corner marker of their 5-acre parcel, planning to use old-fashioned sight lines and tree alignment. Just a chill afternoon of boundary hunting.
For whatever lives in this hole. Huh? So hopefully they'll... We found, first we found a couple pesos and we're like, that's cute, washed away from Mexico.
Like I was just walking, I kept finding stones, and then all of a sudden I like looked down and I thought it was an Apple AirTag, and it was
2 pesos.
2 pesos from like 98 and
92. And then we found like
nobody's ever lived here. That's what
no one's lived here before. This is totally undeveloped land, and there's...
That's when they found it. 2 Mexican pesos, half buried in the dust. Not unusual until you remember this land has never been developed. No roads, no homes, nothing.
And he was like, this feels really heavy. And then I shit you not, we looked at this tree that had like some kind of nest under it. Well, we're going back towards it, so I'll take a video. But and then he found a bone on it, and I'll have to take a picture of that bone. But it could be like either a tiny fibula or a tiny femur. It would have been, but pretty cool, or not pretty cool, but pretty wild. Coin just whacked me.
It slipped off my fucking shovel.
Slipped.
Oh, we found a little kid's
Start over.
Okay.
I just pressed play, sorry.
It's okay. So we just found a little kid's backpack, like a kid-sized backpack, which wouldn't like be too alarming or anything.
And just when the air already felt heavy, what Jen described as cemetery vibes, they found a bone. Thick, clean, and maybe deer, maybe not. But the size could have been a child's femur. Then came the child-sized backpack, the kind you'd see on a second grader. But this one had a deliberate slash across the front pocket. It was not wear and tear or animal damage. It had been cut.
It'd be different if it was just the shoe. So we found a little kid's shoe. We found a little kid's backpack. And we found this bone under that tree.
Who knows though? Sorry, buddy. That was
Not far from it was a kid's shoe, sun-bleached, worn, lying by a tree. And the more they looked, the more bones they found. Some with clean, knife-like cuts, one even at a ball and socket joint. They tried not to panic, but they did.
Hey, Jen.
Oh, but there's cars coming. That's okay? Okay, well, we're just recording this because we called a non-emergency line about the bones and everything we found earlier. Or Coin called. And now we're gonna go meet a deputy sheriff out at the property to show him the bones we picked up. Shouldn't have fucking moved them. But we didn't want them. I don't know. I want to say...
I didn't expect them to be like, yeah, take me out in the middle of the boonies where you found some random scattered bones.
And I kind of thought they were deer bones, even though they do look a lot like human bones the more I think about it, but you never want to be right about it.
But eventually, they called the sheriff's non-emergency line, met with a deputy, handed over the bones. They explained what they'd seen and what they'd felt, the unsettling weight of it all. This wasn't just a hike through desert scrub. It became something else. And while no one's jumping to conclusions, the coincidences piled up. Coins, a shoe, a backpack, cut bones, and a gut feeling that something's wrong. Wiggins' Wild World started as a land journey, but now it might be uncovering a story that was never meant to be found. Number 3. Our tent caught fire while camping. They came for peace. Instead, they got smoke, panic, and a melted tent. It had started like any classic Ramble soul trip. Coin handing over batteries, Victoria juggling gear, and both slowly roasting in the sun. "We didn't bring the tarp," Coin said. "Yeah, I'm burning alive," Victoria joked. Still, the tent went up. Cute, cozy, hopeful.
Küçücük. Ay düşmesin buraya lütfen.
Yakaladım seni. Tamam ya, sağ ol, sağ ol.
Gitti mi? Aa. İyi misin?
They even caught a fish, tiny and chaotic, probably a mullet. "Calm down, I'll let you go," Victoria said, trying not to drop it. They spotted geese, admired the lake, and brushed off the rising wind.
Çok acıkmışız.
Felaket ya. Acayip acıkmışız hem de.
Rüzgar çıkma.
Ya bir dursaydı şöyle 1-2 saat balığa çıkardık. Daha
Değil
güzel
mi?
olurdu. Oh. Oo. O ne ya?
Aşkım. Ya. Oh. Saçmalama.
Şunu al. Ne var içeride?
Oh,
Sana yandım. Şu arabanın anahtarı.
Ya patlar mı onlar?
Patlayacak bir şey yok. Çok
Breakfast smelled amazing. Sausages, kumpir, and tea. Then came the sound. Then the smell. What's that? Victoria shouted. The tent was on fire. Coin yanked out the extinguisher. Move! I've got it. Will it explode? Probably not. Just stay back.
Şuna bak ya. Ya kuzu vallahi buna şükür ya.
Gerçekten öyle.
Yani iyi büyümedi ha. Ha nasıl oldu ben hala anlamadım ya. Şu ne? Ha priz. Şu işine takıyor.
Çadır, hoşça kal çadır.
Elveda çadır diyorsun ha?
İlk defa kullandık seni. İlk ve son kez.
Üf, simsiyah ya. Balık malzemelerim. Açamıyorum ki.
Ya at gitsin ya, çadır gitmiş.
Kuzu yine çadır gitmiş de malzemeleri kurtarabilirsek kurtaralım canım. Öyle değil mi?
Ya tabii canım da. Yani o çanta komple yanmış. Yanmış biraz. Bunları üzülemeyeceğim. Çadır gitti, dolap gitti, halı gitti.
Dolaba üzüldüm ya.
Vallahi ben her şeye üzüldüm.
Çadır ayrı bir üzüldüm de. Şu giden ıvır zıvıra da ayrı bir üzüldüm.
Şunu bir keselim mi? Ne yapalım?
Keseyim yavrum. Oo.
Ne oldu? Tutayım mı?
Ya. Ya bu çadır yaptırılır mı acaba ya?
Bilmem. Nasıl yaptırılacak ki?
Bilmiyorum ki, tamir ettiremez miyiz acaba?
Ama nasıl dikecekler ki?
He?
Nasıl dikecekler? Ön tarafı komple yok.
Bilemiyorum ki yavrum. İşte şuradan yeni bir şey aynısı yapılacak yani, yapılırsa. Aman. Vallahi burada hepsi.
Gerçekten mi?
Ha,
Aa,
baksana.
tüh.
Tüh. Da çok kötü olmuşlar ya, kullanılmayacak gibi. Nasıl gider ki bu plastik üzerinden? Tüh.
Bilemiyorum.
Şöyle bir dur. Bir tane daha vardı. Tüh be.
Oo. Öf, bu rüzgar mahvetti bizi.
Vallahi sen buna üzülüyorsun diyorsun, o tanesi 350 lira bunun.
Gerçekten mi?
Vallahi hepsi erimiş.
Their inverter setup had failed for the first time. The tent, cabinet, carpet, and even the fishing gear are gone. Victoria cried. Coin kept calm. It could have been worse, and it really could have. They salvaged what they could. Just ash, Victoria muttered, holding up a scorched blanket. These were $10 and now they're gone.
Ulan
Çok patlayacak. Heh.
tamam. Ne kaldı? Şura var.
Ben tutamıyorum artık.
Dur. Az kaldı. Tamam. Tamam.
Tamam.
Sökebiliriz gibi ya.
Ben çıkıyorum.
Çık. Ya burnumuzdan geldi kamp ya.
Gerçekten.
Vallahi burnumuzdan geldi. Hep sıkıldım ha.
They folded the tent like a trash bag of melted memories. Her favorite light? Gone. God protected us, she said, again and again. Nothing left to do but sip tea. Let's just go fishing, Victoria sighed. Still got coffee, Coin smiled. They laughed, tired, angry, and relieved. The camp was ruined, but they were okay.
Buradan yedek parça topluyoruz.
Gerçekten. Evet. gitti güzelim çadır.
Vallahi gitti.
Çöp.
Maalesef.
At ya şöyle.
It was meant to happen, Coyne said. And somehow, even in the mess, they left grateful for safety, for each other, and for the tea that survived it all.
Number 2. We investigated a haunted apartment.
Some videos make your heart race. This one from Morozov's fan makes the temperature around you drop. It starts with a calm intro. Hello friends, my name is Tim Morozov, but the story quickly spirals into something far more sinister. A man living over 2,000 kilometers away contacted Tim, claiming his apartment had become haunted. Suddenly, bone-deep cold, sounds at night wheezing, breathing, footsteps. Then things began to move. Spoons hit the floor, and drawers opened by themselves. The man wanted to know what camera to buy. Instead, Tim packed his gear and went himself.
Итак, друзья, расположился в этой комнате. Установил 3 камеры по периметру. Одна снимает зал, вторая снимает кухню, третья снимает коридор. Сейчас дверь открыта, я ее буду закрывать. Здесь, в этой комнате, установил датчик. Вот такой датчик температуры. Он показывает.
Once inside, Tim set up 3 cameras in the hallway, kitchen, and corridor. A temperature gauge sat on the table. A thermal imager scanned the room.
Температура.
At first, nothing. But soon, the temperature dipped. Fast. It was 20 degrees just minutes ago, he murmured. Then, without warning, a drawer jerked open. No wires, no batteries, just cold movement.
Это звуки из ванной. Здесь есть кто-нибудь? Черт. Эти звуки из ванной. Твою мать. Да, тень прошла. Черт возьми. Кто там? Дверь закрыта. знаю, что здесь происходит. Но я явно видел тень проходящую. Друзья, мне реально становится в этой квартире не по себе. Только что в ванной за дверью я видел кого-то или что-то, и это не может быть шуткой жильца. В ванной комнате никого нет, и спрятаться там.
From the bathroom came strange noises, like someone shifting behind the door. Tim stepped forward. The door slammed shut. "Is anyone here?" he asked. Silence. Then water dripped from the sink, and a shadow, faint but real, moved past the bathroom mirror. "This can't be a prank," Tim whispered. "There's nowhere to hide." He turned on every light in the apartment. Monitors showed nothing, but he didn't feel alone.
Сейчас хочу попробовать вызвать это существо на разговор, чтобы оно мне ответило. Я знаю, что ты здесь. Я хочу узнать, зачем ты сюда пришел? Что тебя здесь держит?
Trying to communicate, he brought out an Ouija board and a radio. "Why are you here?" he asked. "What keeps you in this place?" The radio hissed. The board stayed still, but the air felt heavier.
Оно проявляет себя в определенные часы ночи. Поэтому с сегодняшней съемкой я уже заканчиваю, и мне нужно уезжать. Дома я пересмотрю материал, сделаю монтаж, посмотрю, возможно, я что-то не увидел, и, скорее всего, возможно, снова вернусь в эту квартиру. А пока...
Finally, as the activity slowed, Tim packed up. "Whatever it is," he said, "it only shows itself at certain hours." He promised to review the footage and return if needed. The screen fades to black, but the apartment doesn't feel empty. Not anymore.
Number 1.
We return to the haunted forest that attacked us.
Rise and shine, world. We are out. Another wild camping video. It's early, man, but we're gonna get the day started. We're starting early today.
On May 19th, 2025, Paranormal Discovery, the channel run by veteran ghost hunter Lomar Menz, released one of its most chilling episodes yet. Lomar wasn't just revisiting a haunted site, he was returning to the site, the one that scarred him, the one that still wakes him up at night.
Are you getting something? The guy that is said to haunt this forest stabbed his wife with a dagger, hence the name, ran off into this woods, and they say that he got possessed by this thing.
Welcome back to Dagger Woods. The legend? In the 1700s, a man murdered his wife with a pearl-handled dagger and vanished into the forest. His body was never found. Locals say his spirit merged with something older, something darker. Some call it a cryptid, others, a demon. Lomar just knows it attacked him once, and it might again.
Holy shit, somebody just touched my back. What the fuck? What the fuck?
I know you.
Whoa. Whoa, did that just say I know you?
Yeah, it did. It did.
Oh shit. Why do I feel like it's that humanoid that's causing this right now? Deep down I feel like it's doing something.
Let's just get back to bed.
But this time, he's not alone. He brings Chelsea, a medium, and the Outcasts, Quebec-based explorers. All of them feel it. This place is wrong. Lomar calls it a Cryptid habitation zone. They split up to explore. Then it begins. Something cold touches Lomar's back.
The Jeep though, right? Yeah,
He was a
he's
Jeep.
still in the Jeep.
Of course, yeah, he is. But still,
And plus the boys are there.
that sounded so freaking close.
Yeah. Now they're gone.
Oh, wow.
Wait. Okay, just be slow.
He spins. Nothing. A whisper follows. I know you. His mic catches it. Panic sets in. It's that humanoid, he mutters. They regroup. Akia's in the Jeep, but the tension only grows. Coyotes howl. First far, then near. That sounded close, someone says. Clapping, voices, and a strange distortion in the air.
But a small light.
Did you know there was something?
Chelsea goes pale. The forest feels dead. At the sight of Lomar's past attack, the scanners go up. One outcast spots something pale between the trees. Lomar stares. That's what I saw before. Then the howls come, layered, inhuman. It's time to go.
I heard like footsteps behind me, like
No way.
like literally like right when I was.
Right when we talking about it again.
Yeah. Who's there?
And we are leaving.
As they rush to Akia, the woods feel like they're closing in. The sounds grow sharper. Coyotes, or something imitating them. We need to leave. Now, Chelsea says. They don't film an outro. No final words. Just fear. And one last line from Lomar. It's still here, and it doesn't want us back. So, maybe it was just the wind, or camera glitches. If you hear something you can't explain, don't go looking for it.